Hello and welcome to another episode of the MX5 build, or the rebuild. Today we're going to look at all the rust issues that it has, and then we're going to decipher what we're going to do and how we're going to go about it, and what the plan of action for the car is over the next couple of weeks. We know this car has got rust issues, all MX5s do, especially this one. This is no exception. Hopefully we caught it early enough we don't have to do much patching. I don't think we will. There might be a couple of spots on the boot that we might have to do, but hopefully I can show you a simple and easy fix of how to do that without spending too much money. This is the stuff I think you'll need. First off, we've got masking tape. We've got 3M masking tape because this is what the body shop place sold, so we've got 2" and 1" as well. Next up, we've got a brass wire cup brush, and then we've got a steel crimped bevel brush. These are for two different purposes. This is for more underneath, where we don't really care about the underneath, and we just want to get the rust off and all the underseal that's peeled up off. This is a bit more delicate, so on the actual panels where the rust has actually come through, if we need to, we've got a harder one, we've got a twist brush which is even harder than that, so we can use that as well. So next thing, because we're going to be taking off, or going back down to bare metal, we've got some Etch Primer from Upol. We've got 2 cans of this. Then from there, we've got red Oxide Primer and Rust Killer. So we've got this Hydrate 80 Rust Killer. This is a very, very good system. Very, very, very good, and it is worth the money that you'll spend on it. I think it's about £25 for this 500ml pot, but it is definitely worth it. Then we've got red Oxide Primer. You can buy this as a spray can, but because of the delicate nature of the car and we're not pulling the whole car apart, we're just going to paint it on so we can actually get it more precise. Then from there, we'll go for underseal. So this is Hammerite Waxol. This is black. And we were gonna go try white and then paint match it, but I think this will just do what we need to do, which is protect it after the red Oxide Primer and the Rust Killer. This also kills old rust and prevents new rust, and it is just a lot better. Okay, and that's why we've got the stirring sticks for this and this. We've got the brushes. You don't need any fancy brushes for any of these. From there, after you've etched it, we'll move on to the panels. So where we've got the panels, we're gonna use the assorted pack of sandpaper. That's got wet and dry as well, so it goes from 40 grit all the way up to 1500. We have got 2000, 3000 and 5000 coming, so we can blend that back into the panel when we've done the repair. After that, we've got high build primer, so we can actually build the layer up and then sand it back. We've got a tin of filler, we've got the agent, and we've got a spreader. We've got a spreader on top as well, and the activator, so we've got the 2 parts there. We have got some more spreaders because we're going to need it for this acryl green spot putty. This is for the final layer, so you get rid of any air bubbles or anything that would be noticeable on the paint. Then we've actually got the paint, which has been colour matched to the car from the VIN plate. Then we've got a 2K clear. After that, we'll do several layers on that. Obviously we've got the wings to do. So we've got a little bit of rust repair to do on here, a fair amount to be fair, and then we'll go from there. We've got a little bit on here. We haven't got rust, but it's mainly filling, and also there's a bit of a crack. Okay, so we have got, I've just double checked, we've got a JB Weld plastic reinforcement epoxy. We'll fill the cracks that we've got in here and any of the holes that we've got here, and then we can flat it back, and then we'll put body filler over the top of them, and then we'll use the spot putty. We went for a 3M spot putty because this is meant to be really, really good, and it's heavily rated within the industry, so I may as well get a decent set because we'll be using it a fair amount, because you'll put this on and then sand it off, put this on and sand it off, so it acts as a filler, but it's very, very fine. It's to get the fine scratch marks out and what have you, but this is virtually what I believe you'll need, other than a little bit more assortment of paper back there, but pretty much that's what you'll need. Obviously down here we have got multiple cans of each, because the amount of area that we have got to do on the car, which I'll show you now. Okay, here evidently we have got some rust Let me focus. There you go. We have got some rust on this lip. It looks like it has been painted before because I can actually see brush strokes, which is not fun. But it's starting to come here, so we're going to try and just stay with the lip because the actual top is perfect, but it's just this section, so we're going to have to blend all that in. Also a little behind the badge, if you can see. So we're going to take the badge off and go from there. But this all stems from under here. So we'll take the rear light out, the rear brake light out, and as you can see, this is where we might have to do a little bit of patching as well, but we want to do this whole lip. I have got some seam sealer as well, so we'll drop that in so no water gets held in this seam, because there is a seam there. Let's just focus, gone. There is a seam there, just there, so that is where the water is held, along in here as well, and that's where all the rust stems from. Also, because these are exposed because of this seal, and they sit under this seal here, which is evidently perished. So that is where the water's been sitting. So this has caused all this to rust and starting to creep as well. Nothing in here. This is all perfect. All of these seams seem nice, so we're not going to even touch these. Might clean them up just with a brush or something, but we'll go from there. From previous inspection, we have got a lot of rust on this arch. We're going to try and save as much as possible, but it's quite crunchy. So we do want to go in here inside the wheel arch and then do as much as we can. Obviously we're going to go back into the wheel arch as well. Okay, and we're on the same story underneath again. We're going to, sorry, my torches just died. Here again, it's just flaking, it's just surface. Luckily, hopefully we've caught it at the right time. We can repair it and it doesn't go any further. We do want to repair the pinch welds because some of them are a little bit delicate. We want to try and maintain them as much as possible. And we'll go into, well, if we can see any. I know we've got spots of surface rust. I don't know what we'll do about that yet, but we'll go from there when we get there. And same again under the headlights and under here as well. Oh, yes it has. Yes, it's been patched and it has been a horrible job again. So we want to get right in there, and I think it's disintegrated again, but it's not as bad as the other side. So hopefully we can do as much as we can. But yeah, we'll tackle this sort of stuff. But the reason I've took this side off is because I knew there'd be rust under here, and also we need to look at this surround and placement for the opposite side. But yeah, so today that's the end of this video. The next video we'll see, we're actually going to start tackling repairing the headlight surround. We'll evidently need the hammers, which I'm famed for, blocks of wood and stuff like that. Might need some brute force and ignorance to get that pulled out, and I'll hopefully show you how to get that back. But we do need the headlight, which we are still waiting on. So at the moment it will just be rust treating, it'll be getting it up on axle stands and get wire wheeling, which is no fun for anybody, but it's got to be done. But we're going to try and do as much as we can. If you've got any questions about any of the products that we've got on today, I'll pop them all in the description so you know what they are, so you can find them on eBay or what have you. If you can't find them, message me, or drop a comment or a DM into any of our social medias, and we'll get back to you. We can find all this for you because we've recently purchased all this, other than the Red Oxide Primer and the Hydrate 80, the rust colour. Everything else we have purchased recently, so we know where it's from. But the other two, they're really easy to find. Also, you will need a mask. You will need a mask. Okay, so if you can, pick one up from Screwfix or any decent paint store or what have you, because of the 2K clear and the primer as well. All the bodywork that we can do, like the wing, the bumper, the rear bumper, we are going to do in our paint room and our paint booth. So this is quite hot at the moment. I'm just painting my my lower arms for the Peugeot. We've got some gloss black because I couldn't get them powder coated because of the ball joints, so I'm painting them myself. So, but We will have a Peugeot update soon because all the stuff is meant to be back from powder coating relatively shortly, and then we'll get on, once we've done the MX5 build, then we'll get on with Pat. We've got loads to do on Pat. We've got pretty much everything in now to get going, so I don't want to be hanging around messing around with other stuff. I want to get on with Pat and get it on the road. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or what have you, pop them in the description. I'll gladly help where I can. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe. Bye. Okay, I also forgot about tack cloths. Tack cloths or panel wipe. This has a pre-impregnated panel wipe in it, so these are very, very cheap, and you get 10 in a box. They're little rags that you just, before you paint anything, you just go over it go over the panel with it before you start painting to get rid of any oils or greases or anything like that. But these are a must, because these will take your paints from being reacted and like fish-eyed or what have you, orange peel, to a decent standard. So definitely recommend these, and they're really cheap. I think they're about £1 or £2 for that box. As you see, there's 10 in a box, but that will make the difference.